Hi, this is Lee, licensed acupuncture. This is Dr. Strand, right?
Yep,
Did I
Strand.
pronounce it?
Yep.
Yeah. And she's a naturopath doctor, and she has some interesting stuff to introduce to prevent allergies. This is a very good environment, and we have fresh air, we're close to the ocean. But if you have allergies, then you're gonna suffering. You couldn't breathe, and so winter is gonna come, and infection is a big thing, upper respiratory infection, when you fly from Boston to Florida or California and we're circulating the air. If you keep have chronic infection in your throat or in your lung, and then you triggers the mast cell to release too much histamine, and that will cause allergies comes and goes. And how we can prevent that? We have different ways. First, before you go on the airplane, you can do Chinese herbs or acupuncture to strengthen your immune function, and so that you can prevent the infection and prevent the allergy comes right after the infection. And you can also do something to protect your environment, like when you are in an airplane, and Dr. Strand will have some product to help you to avoid the upper respiratory infection, so the mast cells will not release the histamine and making the inflammation lingering there. And when there is inflammation lingering in each area, like either your throat, your lung, your bronchial, and then that can even change the gene expression. That's why chronic infection or inflammation can lead to lung cancer, even though you don't smoke. And that happens to my father, who lost his life when he was 74 years old. He never smoked, but he loved sweets. And those sweets and salty food causing the chronic inflammation here. And so we tested the gene, and he actually has a mutated gene leading to the lung cancer. So let's see how we can prevent the infection or inflammation when you are traveling during the winter time. And Dr. Strand, you're gonna introduce things.
Thank you, Lee. Yeah, so this is actually a can you open it up for me?
Mm-hmm.
Slippery hands, it's whipped cream. No, slide down.
Slide
down. Yep.
Okay, so
this is a probiotic air purifier. The probiotic in this facial mister.
Try that.
Go ahead. So the probiotic in this facial mister is eating all allergens, dander, dust mites, anything you can think of really, or pollen, even pollen. So it eats these things that would cause the inflammation for people who have seasonal allergies. But in addition to that, it also inoculates the nose with a bacteria that's going to eat all that stuff that the cold and flu germs live on. So basically, you're preventing colds and flus, and you're also getting rid of allergens in your nasal passages. So
when you use that, you are going to slide down.
Yep.
And then there is this mist come out. And then I'll just spray on my face or spray in the area.
I usually spray in my face, especially around my nose, because I want it on my skin and up my nasal passages.
Okay.
And sometimes I even do my eyes and around my ears,
Okay.
So it's really refreshing, too. It feels really good. But it's also good to know that you're doing something that's protecting your airspace. I flew here yesterday, and the person next to me, my partner, is sick, and I am not, because I used it, and he did not.
So what's the mechanism for this thing to prevent the infection, bacteria, flu, and a cold?
Well, it's just so many of them compared. Like, you're putting billions of these positive bacterium in your space. And what this is doing is making a protective shield that is also eating anything that would keep a germ alive.
So it's kind of competing with bacteria.
Absolutely.
With the food, so the bacteria will be starved.
They starve, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Because in the airplane, we circulate the air. If one person keep coughing and you're just next to him and they didn't cover the mouth, and then this bacteria will spread out. And if we have this thing sprayed then we can actually starve the bacteria around you when you sit there for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And then I also see these little things. And do you want to talk about this thing?
Basically, if you're in a classroom, or if you work with kids, or if you're in a room with seniors, or you need this to protect your airspace, and this covers up to 600 square feet. So, or in your car, or you can bring it anywhere you go. A cafe. I had mine at a cafe yesterday, because with people sick around you and touching stuff and leaving germs everywhere. I have it on my skin, my hands, my face, my nasal passages. I just like to have it land on every surface, especially keyboards. Keyboards are so dirty, gross. So this actually are microscopic. So they go down where other things can't reach, like other things, and that's where all the harmful germs are living down there.
So actually I see this thing connected with your computer and get charged, right?
Yes.
So it has a USB cable which you can plug in a computer or your car. So whenever you think your environment is not good enough, then you need to charge this and get this protective layer around you,
or bring a plug with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
The plugs.
Yeah, and so probably you need to show people how to use this.
Okay.
And would you like to plug in there? I just unplugged it. Yeah. So you plug it into the computer.
All right. So it's a nightlight as well. You'll see that little green. If it was dark, he'd be glowing like a little nightlight. And he's I call him a little superhero from the planet Probiotica, because he saves people from mold and animals from going to shelters because kids are allergic to them. He's a good little guy. And then you press once, and this is a continuous stream. So this could last for 4 hours at any space when you want it. You can turn it on and off as you want. If you just want to give your area a little dose of good stuff, like turn them on for an hour in the area so that everything's coated around you. You can put it on yourself as well. If you don't have a facial mister, you can do this with it. And then if I wanted to last 6 hours, I'd hit it 2 times. And you'll see that it will go on and off.
I think this is especially good for the senior center. Because usually there are so many older people there, coughing and a chronic upper respiratory infection, and they don't usually open their windows. So it's good to protect the environment.
Just to keep a positive balance of bacteria on your face. Because we spend 90% of the time inside, where there is a lot of allergens like dust and pollen, that kind of stuff circulating, as well as a lot of germs that get trapped in the AC system, or that are in the house that are coming in, people coughing. So you get an overabundance of bad guys, say, in your house. Even staph, even MRSA, that kind of stuff. And this actually eats the same food as they do. Okay. And they feed on pollen and dander and that kind of stuff. And it eradicates allergies.
Okay, so they eat it up instead of have it go into your system.
Right.
Wow.
So it's a pretty amazing product.
Okay, and that you could travel with it. You could get through TSA with this.
Yeah. It's actually FDA approved in United States, Canada. It's in 56 countries.
Wow.
The difference is that I put.
Now, what do you have to do with this? Is it any kind of refill or charge?
Yep. So it comes with a 2-week supply, a 10 milliliter little vials, and the bottle to fill it up with. The little tank is, if you flick this off, there's a little tank.
Okay.
And
so how you would change
and
it.
there's a charge thing that goes to USB.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's it. So twice a day, in the morning, before I put my makeup on, I do this.
Okay.
In the evening, when I take it off, I do that. So to maintain, if you're traveling or if there's a lot of allergens around or anything like that, I use it more often.
Okay, and you found like when you're traveling that.
Well, my partner got sick.
Okay.
And he wasn't using it, and he never gets sick, and I'm fine. So.
Okay, especially on planes, and then you said traveling nowadays, and also now with the flu season kicking in.
Right, and it's scientifically proven to reduce respiratory tract infections and treat acne in adolescents and pregnant women all over Europe.
Okay, and the name again is
Airbiotix. Yep.
Wow.
It's a company I started 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yep.
You started this.
Yep.
I'm
all grown up.
Yes. Nice.
Yep. And I also have this little guy. I have a line of 4. So this is Captain Bax from the planet Probiotica, who came to save the world from mold and save pets by eating their dander. I got a little bit of dirt on him in there. But yeah, so I can fill him up and show you how he works as well. But this will cover up to a 600 square foot area.
Okay.
Yeah, he just like spews out these, you put just,
like it puffs.
You put in 5 milliliters of probiotic, very little, and fill the rest of them up with water, and he goes for 4 to 6 hours, depending on if you get it continuous or non-continuous.
Okay, so he does the same thing that this does.
Right, except this is very mobile and easy.
Right. Okay.
You know, so put this in your purse. If you go to the gym and say, I'm running around, and I don't shower right away or whatever, I put this on to make sure I'm not going to break out.
Okay.
From the germs that grow from perspiration. That's why a lot of people get breakouts when they don't wash their face right after working out, right? So.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, your skin looks great, so
Thank you.
It's a testimony. This little guy is cute.
He's cute as heck. I'll get him going for you later.
Okay, I love it. He's got a little USB.
Yep.
So he travels with you, or you can just hook him
in your car even. Because you know how dirty the air in cars are from the air system, the air system. Yeah, and he's going to have his own animated series soon of how he, you know, it's going to be a thing for kids, you know, as a contest to write a story about him, how he saves certain things.
Oh, how cute.
You know, from getting sick, from etc.
How cute.
Yep. So his name's Captain Bax.
Captain Bax?
That's what I call him, because there's a Bacillus subtilis in the sport up. It's a probiotic.
You can say that. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. Very clever. What else do you have in your bag of tricks?
I have another wall-mounted diffuser, and what this does is it allows it can be programmed to go off 4 times a day to allow a continuous supply of probiotics to the environment to wipe out any pathogens or allergens that get introduced. And that can be programmed 4 different times a day. So say at a gym, if you want it to go off after a busy time to take care of any kind of staph or strep or fungus that may be around, you can do it. You can target the time that it goes off to be more effective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, and then I have one that you put in the AC system, HVAC system.
Okay.
And that does almost 500,000 square feet. So.
Wow.
No, 5,000 square feet, never mind.
Okay.
Yep.